Hey, this is Natsu, and this is the Mogami, Tier 7 Japanese cruiser. Played it before. 10 guns, 12 torpedoes, 50 AA guns, 8 secondary guns, and 35 knots. Skipped ahead to when action actually occurred for me. Enemies just took out a friendly. Their carrier is about half health. He just chose to stay around, even though they had no control over the east side for some reason. Mogami is very accurate with their guns, but the weakness compared to a US cruiser is the DPS potential. You notice the guns have a very long reload when you compare it to something like a Cleveland or something later, like the morning. And we get plunging fire, we penetrate the deck, and we do citadel damage. At kind of long range, you really want to get in. You're going to get a lot more plunging, where the shell is going down when it makes contact. And you want to burst through and do damage to the vulnerable areas like the turret or the engine compartment. And a friendly just took out that enemy cruiser. I mean, they outnumber us in this area, but we've got pretty good DPS over here. So every shot, my goal is to land in the main turret on the front or the engine area. That's really where I always want to put it, especially with AP. That's the most armored area. You don't want to over penetrate. And now that he's fully broadside, I bring it up to adjust for the distance not changing. And I'm trying to land it at the engine or below the turret, the front main turret. That was kind of too high. But that's okay. He's not interested in me at all. And there we go. We take him out.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
So that's working good. We got one of each: destroyer, battleship, and cruiser in this area. There's an AA going off for me, but for some reason they just ignored me the entire time. I kind of get in the way of this battleship and the friendly battleship. I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't, block his path. I sent out these torpedoes, not thinking that I would land them, but it wouldn't hurt to send them. And friendly torpedoes actually do some damage to this battleship. I'm able to hit critical on his rear turret. And that's going to help me in that friendly battleship because the way he's oriented, he can't really get more than 1 or 2 turrets going. And then I look on the map and I notice there's an enemy that's about to come through me. I just confirm where everyone else is. I don't know what he's thinking. Because he definitely didn't know that I had torpedoes on the other side. And I'm just like, okay. See you later.
Enemy cruiser
Boom, boom, boom. Ah, the sweet sound.
Problem solved, sir.
So we just take that guy out. I see. He just wanted to kill himself, I guess. But always keep this in mind. Japanese cruisers, tier 6 and up, they have their torpedoes in the hull, kind of. So if you see them launch torpedoes on one direction, they still have the potential to launch on the other direction. Some American cruisers have that same torpedo and hull design. So just keep that in mind when you're engaging them. They haven't use all our torpedoes if you just see them on one side. And, you know, just like that, we took out a lot of the enemy. There's only one destroyer near our base. I'm in the cap. Not the cap, but I'm coming down. If required, I'll just stay. But the Mogami is just a great ship. I really, really, really like cruisers right now in the game. And I don't know if that'll remain true when they put in 3.1 and they adjust armor values and HE rounds. Because right now, armor is not as useful as it probably should be. So, you know, a vessel like a battleship is taking more potential damage than it will in 3.1. And there's no... Really, most people don't use HE, you know. You would use HE to put it out on the enemy and to wear them down, you know, take out modules and stuff like that. And it's just not being used because of the potential damage of a big crit from AP. But in 3.1, when HE does close to the same amount of damage, that bonus of dot damage and module damage is probably going to make it be used by a lot more classes. And there you go. 3 kills, spent a lot of travel time, but it was fun. We got a nice sideswipe with one of our torpedo kills.